So yesterday I posted a video going in deep into the Samson option and proving that it will be used. Well, I've got a little bit more proof today. So what I want to do is go to Zechariah 9. Oh, and it will be used on Western civilization. I have proof that I will show you today, right here and right now. So, if you go to Bible Hub, and you should, and make sure you go to Zechariah 9 and click on Strong's Concordance so that you can receive some wisdom here. So, it says, in the days that the tribes of the men of the tribes, when the eyes of the men of the tribes of Israel will see Jehovah. This is going to happen. It says the burden of the word of Jehovah, not the Lord, but Jehovah. You see it right here. In the land of Hadrach, Damascus will be the burden's resting place. Okay? So something very bad is going to happen to Damascus for hosting terrorists, obviously. And also Hama. And also Tyre and Zidon. Once again, southern Lebanon. And it says what's going to happen to Tyre and Zidon, what is going to happen to Gaza. All right, and when Jehovah returns to his people, he says he's going to encamp around his house. To watch, to pass over, and return. You see that? And return. The oppressor shall no longer pass through. For now I am watching over Israel again with his own eye. Now, rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king comes to you. He is just having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, upon a colt, the foal of an ass. Now, you Christians, you go to the scripture in, as they say, the Gospels, and you read that, but you refuse to read the rest of this. You refuse to read the rest of it. Why? Because if you read it carefully, you will see the doom that is coming upon Western civilization. He says he's going to cut down the territory invaders from Ephraim, that's northern Israel, and from the Sus, that is fighter planes from Jerusalem, and the battle bow shall be cut off. He will speak peace. He will offer peace to the Gentiles, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea, and from the river Euphrates to the ends of the earth, which means all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. In other words, to wherever the land ends. Now, those of you who bothered to read one of the last book of Revelation, Yochanan said he saw no sea. What it means is where the sea once was, land increased. You will read in the words of the prophets that spread out the tents because land is increased. I am thinking 750 miles west of Jerusalem, the center of Jerusalem. Now it says, the blood covenant. What blood? That would be the new covenant. Is going to send, remember, Zion's king, Zion's prisoners out of the cistern of water. What cistern of water is he talking about? The sea beast. The coastlands, Rome, the Roman Empire. He's going to the blood of the new covenant will force out the prisoners out of the Roman Empire, is going to force them, going to force the Gentiles to bring them back. You can watch the video I did yesterday where I go over Isaiah 66, the two witnesses, Revelation 11. That's how it's going to be done. Return to the stronghold, which is Jerusalem. You prisoners, to the ground of hope. That would be Eretz Israel. On this day, I declare that I will render or return double. To march, to bend. Listen, watch this. To march, to bend, to aim like archers. You see? Yehuda and fill Yehuda's bow in Ephraim. That would be northern Israel. That's where the battle is going to take place. And raise up your sons, Zion, against your sons, Greece. Who are Greeks? Who are the sons of Greece? What does this mean? Ancient Greece is often called the cradle of Western civilization because its classical culture influenced ancient Rome. So ancient Rome is the child of Greece. Is that correct? which then spread its ideas throughout Europe and the Mediterranean. What is he talking about here? The blood covenant, that's the new covenant, will send the prisoners out of the cistern, the Mediterranean Sea. It doesn't say wherein there is no water. It says a cistern of water. Does not say no water. The cistern of water. This cistern of water is the Mediterranean. So he's going to send them out of Rome, out of the Mediterranean, and we read yesterday, out of Tarshish first. Tarshish are the lands beyond the pillars of Heracles, as I've gone over that many times before. Now what we're going to do is read this. Many historians consider ancient Greece to be the foundation of Western civilization. Its culture has influenced many aspects of modern life. Classical Greek culture, especially philosophy, had a strong influence on ancient Rome, which spread it throughout Europe and the Mediterranean. This is a legacy that was passed on to the rest of Europe through the Roman Empire. So who are the sons of Greece? The Roman Empire and all of Europe. So he's going to bend Yehuda as the bow in the land of Ephraim and raise up the sons of Zion against the sons of Greece, against Western civilization. I told you, I showed you, explained to you explicitly about the Samson option yesterday, in yesterday's video. So I urge each and every one of you who have not watched that video to watch it first and then watch this video, and you will have complete context. Now, it says, and made the sons of Zion as a sword of a mighty man, and indeed. Israel is the third, as I understand it correctly, I just read it yesterday, is third in military might in the world. And I know some of you people will laugh and scoff. Keep laughing. Jehovah shall be seen. His arrow, or the arrow, what arrow? The arrow that is loaded up into the bow of Yehuda. And it will be in the land of Ephraim. Shall come out. The arrow is going to come out of the land of Israel like lightning. Lightning. It's also figurative of flashing arrowhead. So in the simile of swift brightness, What kind of arrows are these that explode and are bright like lightning? Oh. So you think that they are just small missiles, small surface-to-air missiles? No. They are launching them against Western civilization, folks. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is what I was trying to explain to you yesterday about the Samson option. I showed you that the sons of Greece, right here, he's going to draw the bow. Ben Yehuda is going to be that bow. And he's going to load up the bow in Ephraim, and that's northern Israel, and raise up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece. Greece is the cradle of Western civilization, so that means the sons of Greece is Western civilization. I showed you what this means yesterday. So the arrow that goes forth like lightning is going to be against Western civilization. Right, Martin Van Creveld, he said, we possess several hundred atomic warheads and rockets and can launch them at targets in all directions, perhaps even at Rome. Most European capitals are targets for our Air Force. Let me quote General Moshe Dayan. Israel must be like a mad dog, too dangerous to bother. I consider it all hopeless at this point. We shall have to try to prevent things from coming to that if at all possible. Our armed forces, however, are not the 30th strongest in the world, but rather the second or third. We have the capability to take the world down with us, and I can assure you that that will happen before Israel goes under. That is what Zechariah 9 is talking about. But there's more. Jehovah of hosts is going to cover them. Cover them. Nobody is going to be launching nukes at Israel. No. Not going to happen. Ain't going to happen. He is going to cover, surround, and defend them in that day. That's what's going to happen. He is going to save them in that day. Because that flock is his people. They are like a crown of precious stones as a sign on his land. That, folks, I have provided for you proof, undeniable proof, that the world, Western civilization, has allowed this situation to take place in Israel. It is the fault of Western civilization. So Western civilization must pay the price, and indeed there will be a war between Israel and Western civilization. I have proved it to you using the scripture. Israel will use the Samson option, but in that day, Jehovah is going to cover them. He's going to cover them with his own self. So the enemies of Israel will not be able to, at a particular moment in time, will not be able to launch nukes at the enemies of Israel will not be able to launch nukes at Israel. It's just that simple, folks. So this is a short video. I wanted to this is like an addendum to the previous video. So please understand, please learn, and do not be scoffers, because the scoffers are going to find out the same way that the scoffers in the days of Noah found out.